Hey, everybody. It's time for another episode of Out of the Wilderness with Keith and Perry.
Yep, he's still Keith. I'm still Perry.
Last time I checked.
Yep, absolutely.
Hey,
So,
it's wonderful to be here with you. We're really sorry that it's been a while, and forgive us, please.
yeah, there's been some pretty raggedy things going on. We will spare you details and all of that.
Well, I've had some personal things happen in my life that I don't want to share, but that's okay. Perry's had some things happen that he doesn't want to share, but we're here to share God with you.
Absolutely. Things, there's
'Cause
nothing promised that it's going to be easy and a
Right.
walk in the park all the time. And
It's never
we're,
easy.
we always tell you we're right up, open, real. We go through these drastic ups and downs just like anybody else. And so we try to say we've been there and done that. Most likely we have, and if not, our sympathy or empathy is still
Yeah, no,
still
absolutely.
with you.
All right, I'll share. Um, I'm going through a divorce, and it's pretty rough. It has its ups and downs. We'll just leave it at that. But I found peace and joy in my heart. The Lord is leading me down a path that I'm comfortable with, and that I'm at peace and I'm joyful. And so we'll leave it at that. And but today we're going to talk about honor and integrity because it's one of the most important things. It's a gift that God gives you that you can call your own. Because when God gives us integrity, He doesn't teach us how to use it or how to build it or how to make it strong. We have to figure that out.
Well, yes and no.
I mean, it
We
does
do
through the
we do
word,
we
yes,
well
through the
we
word.
do we do have to figure it out on our own, but He does guide us and direct us
Yeah.
through His Word. Proverbs 11:3, uh, chapter 11, verse 3 says, "The integrity of the upright shall guide them or him, but the perseverance of transgressors shall destroy them." So it's telling you the importance of the integrity. When we're not we don't take care of our name, we don't take care of the people around us. We're just, all for ourselves, yuck, yuck, yuck. The little lies here and there that our pastor was talking about earlier today, they catch up and they destroy us, whether we believe it or not. It happens.
Well, yeah. And I promised Ryan I'd give him a shout out. Ryan, love you, brother.
Hey, absolutely. Welcome home from the
Welcome from California.
jungles of LA.
Right. So, but anyways, yeah, integrity. You know, even like we heard today, even a white lie is still a lie. Um, and once you tell a lie, you have to tell lies to cover that lie. And then you have to tell more lies to cover the lies to cover the lie. Then it's just a circle jerk of lies trying to cover the beginning. And isn't it so much easier just to tell the truth?
Hmm?
I mean, it may hurt for a moment,
But in the long run,
but in the long run, oh, trust me, the payoff is way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will say that I believe that honor and integrity walk hand in hand because if you have honor, you're not going to want to lie, which is going to keep your integrity in check
Mm-hmm.
or in check. And your integrity, if you don't lie, keeps your honor in check because if you don't lie, you maintain your honor.
That's right.
So
Yeah,
yes, they work hand in hand.
They do.
You have to have one without the other. God honors us with the gift of life each and every day. We honor God with our praise and worship. And God never lied to us. He's never lied to us, and He never will. And we have to remember we can't lie to God. He knows and sees everything.
He does. That doesn't mean that we're perfect,
No, oh
because
no,
we're, like the pastor was talking today, and it hits me, boy, do I have a long way to go. And I've been up in the years a little bit now,
yeah.
and I'll never, while I'm here, I'm not going to ever measure up to
Well,
that
no.
standard.
Romans
To
tells us we
strive,
fall short. We're all sinners and fall short of the glory of God.
yeah,
So, are we ever going to measure up to that? No. But all God expects of us is to do the best we can, even when nobody's looking, because that makes integrity and honor work.
Because in First Peter it tells us that chapter 3 verse 16, having a good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you as evildoers, they may be ashamed that they falsely accused your good conversation in Christ. And we may or may not see that happen with everybody here on, in our circles around the world, but at the ultimate end, we will be rewarded for that in God's eyes and God's kingdom when we get there.
Yeah.
Or when we get to that part of the kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's well, we live in some crazy times. The integrity of the world, there is none.
There's none. No.
Zero.
Do not fall for the lies of the world.
And it's getting worser.
It's getting worse by the day.
Worse by the day.
By the minute.
By the minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I always recommend if you have children, throw the TV out.
Yeah.
Get good educational things, not government educational, but
yes.
good
The government education right now is garbage.
Things, but so you get the kids raised with integrity. Starting with starting when they're young, and hopefully down the road, a few years when they're 12 or 13, they're not out in some kind of a gang situation where they're giving their integrity
or drugs
to the wrong, to the wrong side,
or living their life as a lie, where they're not living true to themselves or true to God.
Well, and we're responsible for teaching a lot of that too.
Yes, we are.
We as parents can't just send them to school or send them off to the babysitter and expect them to be raised in a godly home or just a good home. For those that don't go to church, that's fine. Doesn't really matter. Your kids will grow up to be what they see.
They're products of their own environment, which means that they see what you do and they mimic what you do.
Yeah,
so if you want good, upstanding, honorable children, you need to live a good, upstanding, honorable life. And, and we love you. We're just trying to tell you this because we both have lived through it. We've been there. We've got kids. I've got 2 adult daughters. Perry's got adult children and grandchildren. So, yeah, we've been around the block.
Great-grandchildren floating around the globe somewhere.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And, it's just do the right thing. Even when no one's watching.
Well, and that's another key, too. Integrity, honor. You do the things when no one's watching. It becomes part of you whether somebody's watching or not.
Yeah,
it's not important who's watching with the exception of God. He watches.
But he always
knows. And there's always a negative side. We have all the blessings. We have the words not coming, the grace. We have all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a side that's called responsibility. We're going to be held accountable. It's called judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't really like to talk about judgment very much.
Nobody does.
We'd rather talk about how great God is. He is. He's going to be greater. He'll be greater if you don't monkey around and lie and try to pull the wool over his eyes and all those things.
You can't.
Judgment's going to be pretty severe when we say, but God, we did this and this. And going, oh, really? I don't know who you are.
I spit you out.
Yeah. So, but just put it kindly. And again, all that is just to help us realize that what comes out of here, integrity, your mouth and your behavior displays integrity, honesty, honor.
What comes out of your mouth is what's in your heart.
That's right.
And if what's coming out of your mouth is lies, then your heart is full of lies.
Yep. Evil.
So,
speaking good things becomes sound doctrine.
Yep.
That's right. 2 Titus chapter 2.
That's the one that Pastor used today.
Verses 1 through 14. That's a long one, but that's just the brief part of that.
So, well, we're going to keep this one short today. We just wanted to, Perry's got to get home, get some rest. And we want to keep it, we just want to get something out there for you to let you know that we still love you. We're still praying for you.
Yep.
And we're still here. We're alive,
Yep, we're live. We're doing
doing the best we can.
good. Yep, and that's all we can do. It's all we
It's all God can
you
ask
to
of
do.
us. Yeah.
Do the best
So,
you can.
Yep.
Again, because none of us are perfect, but we're to strive to be that way in His will.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes.
so we are covered by the mistakes and the foolishness on our parts and all of that. But, you know, and down the road, you'll find that when we're honest and keep our integrity intact, things will
Go better for us.
better for us when we go, I wonder how come that happened for me and it didn't happen for so-and-so over there. Well, now you know why.
It's called blessing and grace.
Yep. So,
So,
anyway, again, great to see you. So
Yes.
we'll get out of here.
next time, we'll see you in
in
church. Oh, yes, I'm getting old.